Today, we are going to walk all the way from the south end to the north end of Central Park. So starting here at 59th and all the way up to 110th. So quite a bit of a walk, eh? And I'll show you some of my favorite spots, but the culmination, the climax, is a place that is definitely off the beaten path and not as popular. Very strange. The ice skating rink here in Central Park is still an ice skating rink. That's super weird. Usually it's a theme park, like a fun park. So as is a lot of things in New York, it's an organism that's constantly changing. That is a scene you will probably never see again. But as my song New York goes, New York is a new work every week. It's constantly changing. Sheep's Meadow here, definitely one of the most popular green area hangout spots. I'm looking for the bathroom. There's a public bathroom right on the top of Sheep's Meadow. FYI. So I'm gonna throw a lot of little nuggets in here. Lots of great places for tourism in this area. The literary walk called the Mall that leads up to the Bandshell, where I've done a few concerts like this one. At the end of that is the Bethesda Fountain, and just a little bit to the west of that is Cherry Hill and the very, very, very famous Bow Bridge. We'll walk across that because the place that I want to go is the Ramble. Hundreds of different kinds of birds migrate through the Ramble, like this time of year. Maybe they've already done it, I don't know. We'll check it out. But there's lots of places here in the mid-park that I'm not gonna hit on my way to this surprise, this culmination, this climax. But you can see them by clicking description links or this little guy up here. But now we're walking into the Ramble, which is the nature preserve. And so there's a lot of life teeming here, including probably a lot of rats. But you can easily get lost. I think these folks up here, yeah, they're doing some bird watching. A little game to play walking through the Ramble is to see if you can come out at the castle. I get a little bit lost as to which is the right way. Ooh, I did it right. Yes, nailed it. Coming out right at the Belvedere Castle. I wasn't lying about this being a spot for birders. And I guess up in that tree is something worth looking at.
You can kind of see it when it comes in the light. You see it up close, it's like a creamsicle orange kind of head.
Cool.
With black stripes. Everyone's very excited.
Is that what's special about him?
Yeah.
It's just rare?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's rare to see it here and so close.
Okay. Where is he going to? Is he migrating through?
Upstate. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if they go probably all the way to Canada.
Okay. Their bird, their castle. Their bird, their castle. And then down this way is Shakespeare's garden. I mean, look at me. Well, this is appropriate. I have the Shakespeare beard right now. We should be going through the Shakespeare garden and quote some Shakespeare. We are mid-spring and it's not night, but we could perhaps pull some of that out from the depths of my memory since we're taking a walk down memory lane. The Delacour Theater through there, where Shakespeare in the Park is happening. I do love a big band. That Benny Goodman sound. I used to not like the clarinet, and then I discovered Benny Goodman. Starting to get into the north end of the park. Oh, there's the castle. Much better look at it. But now we're starting to get into the more local part. And up ahead, right over here, is something that's not local, but also local. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, right on the edge of Central Park. With the great lawn. Here, a key. You see? The Central Park Reservoir. A bit of a philosophical moment, as would be apropos. I walked up upon a group of young guys playing basketball. Was just gonna give you the vibe of the New York basketball court. And one of the guys at the bench noticed that I was filming. He said, "You're not filming, are you?" And I said, "Yes, I was, but don't worry, you're not in it." And he goes, "Yeah, but my kids are." And I said, "Okay, I won't use it." And then one of the guys said, "Thank you." They were nice enough about it. But I think it's interesting in an age where privacy is virtually non-existent, where everybody has their phones out, where people like me are walking around Central Park vlogging. I mean, technically he is in a public place, and it's not illegal to film somebody in a public place. That would be crazy to try to keep people from filming. I mean, where do you draw the line? But respectfully, I'm only going to use that tiny short clip just to give you an idea of where it was. You can't even tell who anybody is. I mean, is it ridiculous to think that you could even live in a place like New York City and be private, not show up in pictures, not show up in videos? I suppose it's a dilemma we all face. So I existed in a time, I remember a time when everything was analog and you couldn't, a picture was always analog. We couldn't take pictures on our phones. And so a picture was really, really worth something. The value of content, as we now call it, has so significantly diminished that kind of moment there seems a little bit ridiculous. I respect it, seems a little bit ridiculous, but it also makes me ponder the value of content anymore. And here I'm saying that as a vlogger, as a content creator. Everything is captured, or is it? Should it be? Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. People roll their eyes at me, people wave at me. People think I'm ridiculous, people think I'm cool. We all live in our little micro worlds, I guess. I don't know, what do you think? And we return to that vlogger's dilemma that I didn't face as much at the beginning, but I certainly face now. This is where you click that link. What is the vlogger's dilemma, I wonder? And this is where I start to get lost myself. There are the main paths you can go on, or you can wind your way through like I do. Yeah, so I have to go back the other way, because I've got to get across 97th Street here. And there were only two ways through, on the west side and on the east side. And I want to be on the east side. And we've come to the gates of our climax. Go ahead, man. Thank you. Good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and the robin shall restore amends.